What's up, y'all? Got some geckos we're cleaning tonight, so just figured I would do the thing and go live. So you can see the little geckos right here. Gotta fill this up with water. Get their humid hides going. That little one. Just a little cutie. I guess I could put the video on the tub if you guys would like. So let me know if maybe you would like the video on the tub where the gecko is or on the tub where I'm cleaning. And I don't know, maybe I won't stay live too long. We'll see if people come in, have questions, want answers, all that kind of stuff. Got a little bit of a different setup today since I am live. And here's this little baby. So let me know if you want to see the baby in the tub that I'm cleaning, or like when I put the baby off to the side, or if you like to see the tub that I'm actually cleaning at the moment. Let's get some votes. Actually, I can do a vote. Let's see. Let's do a vote here. Wait, I thought I could do a poll. Yeah. Quick poll. Okay, so click on the red vote if you want to see me cleaning the tub here, and click on the blue vote if you want to see where the gecko goes off to the side over here. So red, you want to see me cleaning. Blue, you want to see the gecko off to the side. Okay, so far we got one vote for blue off to the side, 2 votes for blue off to the side. I feel like that's gonna win. Like, that's probably what I would want to see, honestly. Alright, I guess we're gonna do gecko off to the side. So let me get this guy all set up here. Oh, someone wants to see the actual cleaning. I wish we could do both. If we had, oh, someone wants to see the actual cleaning. I wish we could do both. If we had 2 cameras, that would be awesome. So here's the little one right here. So we'll put the little one back, and then I need to, I'll leave the little one on display there for you guys real quick. And then actually I'm gonna switch this. And we did add a bunch of geckos to the website recently, so geekygeckocreations.com. I'm just doing some cleaning today, but sometimes I will do what's called a clean and stream, meaning you could ask to see any gecko on the website, and I will do that for you. Okay, so here's what this is going to look like. Alright, so this is going to look different now. Now that we're doing, where you guys want to see the gecko, right? So let's get this camera all set. Let's flip the camera around, and it's going to do something like this, where you can see the gecko off to the side there. But I might Let me think about this real quick. Hold on. Because I need to be able to see. Okay, wait, hold on. We're gonna get this going here. I need to be able to see the camera for like questions and stuff. Alright, so here's I don't know, it's kind of dark. What do you think? Yeah, I guess that works, you know? Yeah, we do sell them on geekygeckocreations.com. So I can't make this brighter, I don't think, right here. But actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn on our other light. So we got tons of geckos available. I just added 60 plus right now to geekygeckocreations.com this week. So we did have a large update this week. So you could go to geekygeckocreations.com and see all the cool little geckos that we just added. So this guy, we need to give him some water here. And he's gonna go back in. So we usually sell them a little bit bigger than this. So like this guy will be for sale in like a couple weeks. So the ones on the website right now are gonna be a little bit older. So there's that guy. This guy's also pretty cool. Pretty nice little gecko. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. We have a lot of really cool ones on geekygeckocreations.com. I like to try to put as much variety on our website as much as possible. And so that is my goal. I'd like to have like 100 plus leopard geckos at all times that people can browse through and select from throughout the entire year at minimum. So we're pretty close to that goal right now, I'd say. We have probably like 60 to 80 or so on the website right now. So geekygeckocreations.com, you can find some really cool geckos. And then sometimes we will do what's called show and tell streams. Oh, if you liked that one, you're really going to like this one. Wait, does this zoom? Oh, this does zoom. Alright, so hold up. I think I got an idea for y'all. Hold up here. Wait a minute. We got a little screamer. Oh, now she's not. Whoa, now she's not screaming when she's in my hand. Okay. Let me see if I can get this idea to work here. Let's zoom this back out. What I'm gonna do is. Alright, hold up. Holdy. Oh, I'm gonna take this thing off actually. If this will. Yeah. Yeah, that allows me to take it off. That's fine. Check. Oh no, it doesn't. Because then I can't tighten it. Okay. So I was going to. Oh, I have an idea. Hold up. I have an idea. No, I don't like that idea. Wait, let's try. I'm trying to get it so that you guys can see the gecko a lot better, but that I can also see your guys's texts and all that. And this might work, maybe. Possible. It's a little hard for me to see the questions, kind of. Let's see, is it more? I think it's more lighter. If the gecko stays in that corner, it's a little more lighter. It's tough. This is why I need a camera, like a GoPro. That would be cool. Just like a GoPro that I could like wear. I actually bought one for the phone, but then I never really wound up using it. And let's see, if I make this loose, as the gecko walks around, I can kind of turn it for y'all. So let's do another quick poll. So vote red if you like this style, and blue if you want to go back to watching me clean the gecko's tub. And if you do want a gecko, we have a lot of geckos available at geekygeckocreations.com. So if you head over there, I will take really good care of you. Make sure that you know how to care for the gecko. We provide a lot of people their first gecko, and we always offer people like 24/7 assistance and help with whatever they might need, you know? Yeah, looks like you guys are digging this. Depending on where the gecko stays too. What's up, Will? Depending on where the gecko stays too, I can lock it in a little closer to him. So sometimes we have what's called gecko show and tells, where I'm able to like show off the geckos that are for sale from our website. But tonight I'm cleaning, so yeah, this one is pretty. Alright, so that's 4 down and infinite amount to go. So here's a nice little yellow one. For those of y'all who like yellow. So again, if you're wondering, you can head to geekygeckocreations.com, and we always have a vast amount of geckos to select from. And we're hatching and growing out a lot of geckos right now, so this is kind of like prime time for us. So over the next couple months, you're going to see a continuous amount of like a lot of updates. So our most recent update was just this week. We added like 60 new leopard geckos to the website this week. Alright, this guy's tub is ready. On to the next one. This one's pretty cool. If you like unique looking geckos, this one is called a blizzard. And we actually have a few of those available right now on our website. So yeah, blizzards. I would say blizzard was one of my favorites coming into leopard geckos, and then it's like almost one of everybody's favorites coming into leopard geckos. Like one of their favorites, you know, because they're just such stunning, striking. It's such a stunning, striking morph. You know what I mean? He is a little screamer. Huh? Ah, what about this? This way I don't have to adjust the camera and you guys could just kind of see him. And I think, yeah, if it's facing this way, I can turn the brightness up, so that's good. You guys like this? Hit those hearts if you like this style. Look how screamy he is. My goodness. Little terror. Little terror. Anything else? See, once you pick them up though, no more screaming. Once you pick them up. Look. Stop screaming once you pick them up. What containers are you talking about? We have a lot of different containers that we use around here, so if you could just clarify. And I really do apologize while I'm keeping the geckos down here. It's really hard for me to look at questions, so I'm probably going to miss some stuff, but the containers they are in, I got them from the dollar store. So you can find really good containers at the dollar store if you're trying to go the cheaper route, or in our case, because we have so many geckos, we have to go with efficiency and quantity. I mean, we hatch over 1,000 geckos a year, so I really need to have a large, efficient setup. All right, so we got food, water, food, water, food, water, food, water, food, water, food, water. Just double check and make sure I got food, water for everybody. And we do have some of those blizzards on the website right now. All right, we're hitting the next stack of 6. I am in Arizona. All right, here is the next little one. So these guys are all about 2 weeks old, and then we will normally start selling them at about 4 weeks old. And right now we just update. We update our website every week or two. And so this week we just added 60 new leopard geckos on there. So that's just geekygeckocreations.com if y'all want to check that out. And then I do have to take photos of the next group of geckos. And get those added on next. But that probably will, I'm probably not going to add any more geckos on there for at least another week. How do you ever decide on what morph to get? Whatever color that you like that month. And because our prices are really affordable, I like to stock as many different colors as we can on our website at all times. So if you want orange, you could get an orange one for about $100. If you want a gray one, you could get a gray one for about $100. A bright yellow one, you could get a bright yellow one for, you know, about $100. And then there's different quality levels as far as like the color. So sometimes it'll go a little higher than that. But our slogan is quality geckos for a quality price. So that's higher than that. But our slogan is quality geckos for a quality price. So that's at geekygeckocreations.com. And I did just add a bunch of geckos on there recently, like I was saying. Here's an albino. So albino means no black. You can put two in the same cage. Babies can be raised together until they're about 4 to 5 months old. And then once they're 4 months old, you want to make sure that you don't have two males, because males will tend to fight each other to the death. But if you have a male and a female, they can live together, except as they sexually mature, the male is going to constantly pester the female, which can cause some fighting. So the best scenario, if you want to house two of them together, the best scenario is two females. And then even then, just like with humans, some females don't get along. But I would say most females do get along. Now, you can't tell male from female at this size, and I don't have the ability to show any adults right now because I need to stay focused on cleaning so that I can get a decent amount done tonight. But if you look up in Google, if you do a Google search, male versus female leopard gecko, you'll see photos. It's really easy to tell. And then I could show that off on a different stream in the future. You can see this one is not albino right here because it has the black dots. So leopard geckos are actually pretty good at being held. They're probably the one of the most holdable reptile pets that you can get. And that includes snakes. So they are very high up on the trainable list, tameable list, and handleable list, which is one of the reasons I love working with them. Another reason is because of how many different colors they come in. So if you want to go to geekygeckocreations.com, you can see all the different plethora and variety of colors they come in. And they're super easy to care for. They are probably the easiest reptile to care for, if not top 3 for sure. Baby rack system would be like a 6-quart rack would be good for a baby, and then a 12-quart minimum for an adult is usually about the standard. Best leopard gecko substrate. So if you want to go easy, peat moss or eco earth. Peat moss from Home Depot or Eco Earth from Amazon or the pet store. But if you want to be more difficult, you could do like 25%, what is that stuff called? Like 25% excavator clay, 25% soil, and then 50% peat moss. You can get creative with it, but if you want to be simple, just get Eco Earth from Amazon or pet stores, or peat moss from Home Depot. So, African fat tails are very cool. I've wanted to work with them so many different times, but what stops me is they're harder to breed. They don't have as many babies. There are not as many morphs, and for having a low amount of morphs, there are like 2 or 3 different combos that you can't make because it makes like an unhealthy animal or something like that. So that limits you even more. And I would say, honestly, the biggest reason I don't work with African fat tails right now is because they need crickets. And all of my leopard geckos do mealworms. I only do mealworms for my leopard geckos because leopard geckos are good with just mealworms. And because African fat tails need crickets, it would just be... I just don't have the time or the space right now to have to worry about that. I have, oh gosh, I want to say 1,500 plus leopard geckos. So for me to carve out time and carve out space to change my operation and to add new procedures to my operation is actually a lot bigger of a deal than it is when you only have like one animal, you know? So when we have our own reptile warehouse one day, or pet store, or combination of both, I will almost certainly have African fat tails. But for now, the difficulty to breed, they take longer to breed, the females crash more, they require different food, they're a little bit more finicky of an animal. All of those reasons are why I do not want to focus on them at this current moment right now. Plus, they look so similar to leopard geckos, but leopard geckos have like 1,000,000 times more color variety and stuff like that. So I almost feel like leopard geckos are my favorite, so I would just rather stick with them at least for now. So I hope that helps. For African fat tails, I would just do a search for African fat tail breeding, and you will probably... There's not many African fat tail breeders on YouTube, so just look at the videos that have a lot of views and a lot of followers, because more than likely those people are making good, relatable content. So I hope that helps. I don't really know anyone who's making like consistent African fat tail like YouTube content, you know? But I do know that I've searched it before. I've searched it before on YouTube, and there are a lot of videos out there, and like facility tours and stuff like that. And one pro of African fat tails, I guess, is they're a little bit more goofy, like they're a little bit more derpy and calm. Like they just sit still. You know how like Asians love their ragdoll cats because ragdoll cats just sit still? Well, they also love their African fat tails because African fat tails just sit still. Whereas with a leopard gecko, you're going to get an animal usually that moves around a little bit more. This guy is actually a white and yellow. You could tell because, yeah, for sure. You could tell because of how bright he is. So he's a white and yellow, which is a really cool morph. Adds extra brightness to the gecko, basically. Alright, so we just finished, while we've been on this live, we just finished 12 gecko cleanings. So I'm going to grab the next 12. And you can't see it, but I'm putting them off to the side over here, right next to where you guys are. And all these guys are the same age. They're all 2 weeks old. So all of these guys will be up for sale at 4 weeks old. So a couple more weeks. I need to make sure I don't forget any steps here. Because I'm filming today, my procedure is a little bit different. So I'm just going to put the gecko down there so I don't forget to wet the... And yeah, we just added about 60 new babies to the website this week. So we do have those new ones on there now, if you haven't seen them yet. So that's just geekygeckocreations.com. And we got some pretty cool options on there. Super easy to care for. I'll help you with anything that you need. I got you for life. Yeah, so they need a 90-degree hot spot. Well, I'm going to say this loosely because they don't technically need a 90-degree hot spot, but here's what's normally given to them. 90-degree hot spot produced by heat tape if you're in a rack system, or a heat light if you're in a tank. And then they need a humid hide, which is what this is. This is a humid hide with Eco Earth or peat moss in it. Either one will work. Then they need like a food bowl. And the food must be dusted with, at minimum, calcium with D3, but at maximum, calcium with D3 and vitamins, which is all on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, we have a lot of videos on like how to set them up and stuff. Alright, I'm going to do a little check for myself so I don't forget. So, humid, water, food. Good. Humid, water, food. Good. Yeah, we put a lot of mealworms in the dish. Actually, here's a... If you want to see how a baby's setup is, so here's a baby setup. Humid hide. Lots of worms. I would say that's about 60, 70 worms and a water dish. And those worms are meant to last about 2 weeks. So if you're only feeding them once a week or twice a week, you would do less worms. All right, here's a cool dark tangerine eclipse. You can see the white feet. Alright, we got our humid hide, water, which I just ran out of. Food. Alright, I need to go get some more water real quick. Can you guys watch him? Can you watch the kid? Alright, I'm back. I got a giant 2-gallon bucket of water I have to fill, so. You can start with any morph, obviously. The morphs don't make the animal more difficult. It just depends about your price range, because some morphs are more expensive than others. But we do like to promote quality geckos for quality price is the slogan on our website, with quality customer service for life. So I do like to think that we have some of the best prices, if not the best prices out there for the best quality. And that is the demographic that we tend to market to, is like newer people getting in that don't want to spend a lot of money, like a ton of money, but they want to get an animal that's like very valuable. So quality geckos for quality price. And we will help you with whatever you need. If you have questions, setup, if you need advice, if you're looking to get into breeding, any of that. Got a little screamer. So you could go to geekygeckocreations.com and we got tons of these little guys available at all times. The ones that I'm cleaning tonight, all these guys are about 2 weeks old, but we don't sell them until they're about 4 weeks old. Just so that they're thriving, they're eating, they're well established, they're ready for shipping. And we can ship directly to your door, overnighted to your door. And health guarantee, and then of course live arrival guarantee. Always. Alright, we got humidity, water, food. So this guy is now good. You can cohabitate babies together up until about 4 months old. Then once they reach 4 months old, you can keep females together as long as they get along. I'd say like 95% of females get along. Males don't typically get along. A male and a female will get along. However, there's an asterisk. The however is males will always usually try to breed with the females, so you want to be careful that if the male is constantly bugging the female, that could cause for fighting. So this little one hatched out of this egg 2 weeks ago. And I apologize if I missed your question. Just put it in there again. Put it in all caps or whatever, because I'm working off to the side over here, so it's hard for me to... So if you go to my YouTube channel, we do have a video that is... We have a couple videos that show how to set them up, because there's multiple ways to do it. But basically, a 10-gallon tank, a heat pad or a heat light, substrate like paper towel or Eco Earth would be cool, either one. Humid hide. I'll kind of show you what we do on a small scale for these babies. What we do on a small scale: humid hide, water dish, food with calcium and vitamins, and then a tub, you know. And then we don't use a heat source because we heat our entire room. So if you're not heating your room, then you'd probably just get like a little heat pad, or if you're using a 10-gallon tank or a 20-gallon tank, you could get a little heat light, and anything just to generate a little bit of heat for them to kind of bask under. But because we heat our entire room that we keep them in, we don't need to do that. And that is a common method used in breeding. Alright, next stack of 6. Let's see what we got here. If you're gonna use heat tape, I would recommend Flex Watt. Flex Watt is like a safe tape. Got a screamer. He's screaming. Sassy. You hear him? Geckos have vocal cords. Vocal cords mean they can scream. But they grow out of that stage. It's mainly when they're younger, they scream, and then within a couple months of just being around you, they get used to you, they walk up to you, they'll eat from your hand, they'll sit and watch TV with you. They're really, honestly, they are the best pet reptile that you can get. And they're my personal favorite, which is why our entire business is, it's kind of like the bread and pudding of our business and like the main focus point. I mean, I have a couple species that I work with pretty heavily, but leopard geckos is the most by far. I build my own racks. But you could certainly buy them. If you're going to buy them, I would recommend a company like Sea Serpents, maybe. For leopard geckos is really good. But I'm fairly handy and I like to be efficient with my finances. So I build them. I mean, my wife does help, but it's just me full-time in the business. And then we have like 4 or 5 part-time employees that do some work for us. But it's mainly me that's working 24/7 basically with the animals. But yeah, if you head to our YouTube channel, Geeky Gecko Creations on YouTube, we got a lot of cool videos. Leopard geckos, show tours, store tours, educational videos, entertaining videos, all kinds of stuff. And then our website is geekygeckocreations.com. We have some tegus on there right now, some ball pythons, and then of course we have like 80 plus leopard geckos on there right now. And we're constantly upgrading with new geckos. And then my personal slogan is quality geckos for quality price. I don't sell African fat tails, but leopard geckos are way more leopard geckos sell way more than African fat tails. There's way more people buying leopard geckos than there are buying African fat tails. If that answers your question. Here's a really interesting one. Look at the 2 dots on the top of the head. And I'll probably work with African fat tails one day, but I don't know if you missed the conversation like 30 minutes ago. Somebody asked, why don't you work with African fat tails? And I gave a list of reasons why. So I'm not sure if you saw that, but if not, I could go over it again. Alright, we got water, humid, food, gecko. The most expensive morph is probably like our black knights, the all black leopard geckos. But even those are coming down in price. And then we probably have the best prices in America and on the internet when it comes to black knights. I usually sell them for like 500 to 1,000. Other people sell them for like 1,500 to 2,000. But it's the same exact gecko. A matter of fact, I put a lot of time and effort into producing the healthiest, the biggest, the most robust black knights. Because some of them are kind of inbred and they're a little wonky and skinny and stuff like that. But I do a lot of outcrossing, crossbreeding, breeding back to not only bring you equal darkness to the darkest ones out there, or greater. We actually have this project that I'm working on, the darkest black knights in the world project, which is called our Obsidian project, mixing in some other genes and stuff like that. But yeah, Black Knight is one of our cornerstone projects. Actually, I think, you know, Lord willing, next year, well, probably even this year, we're probably like the largest producer of Black Knight leopard geckos in America. And I have so many different projects in Black Knight. Snow Black Knight, Afghanicus Black Knight, Turkmenicus Black Knight, Fasciolatus Black Knight, Black Knight, all kinds of stuff. I do have some pets that we bring to like school events and birthday parties and stuff like that. I can't show them right now because I'm focused on cleaning, but one of them's name is Pikachu. It's like this bright yellow gecko that we bring to shows. Another one is called Snowy because it's like a snow leopard gecko that's like all white. We have Charmander, which is an all orange leopard gecko. And then there's a few others too that we have. And then of course I have some of my favorite breeders, like some of my best color favorite breeders, top breeders. Some of those guys have names and stuff that, although I don't bring them to shows, I know them by name and stuff. So, all right, water, humid, food. I have to make a mental double check of everything here. Oh, this one is interesting. Dang, you guys are in for a treat. Look at this. Oh, actually, you can't. You probably can't tell, but this guy is really... Yeah, no, you can't. This guy is really dark. He's a really dark tangerine. What's his genetics? He's just a Mandarin Inferno, but sometimes you just hatch out some really dark stuff. Most expensive, like I said, is going to be like the Black Knight stuff. Tangerine Black Knight. Snow Black Knight. We also have this project called the Werewolf Project, which is a spin-off of Max Snow, Afghanicus, and Black Knight. Pretty cool. And it makes the geckos look 3 different colors. White, black, and gray, which is really cool. Like, just like a werewolf, honestly. That's why I called it the Werewolf Project. Most of the stuff that I'm talking about right now, too, can all be found on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is like the #1 place where I will drop like long form content, educational content, because TikTok's more of like a short form viral type content. My favorite morph is Tangerine. And then my second, oh man, actually, I have so many that I could say is my second favorite. But I'll give you my top. I'll give you my top 3 in order. I'll give you my top 3 in order. I would say it's tough, but I would say Tangerine, Black Knight, and then White and Yellow. And then, of course, you can mix those. You could do Tangerine, White, and Yellow. You could do Black Knight, Tangerine. But if you're just talking about like individual colors and morphs, Tangerine, then Black Knight, then White and Yellow. But it's tough because there's a lot of good stuff out there, and the best, not the best, but like some of the best is oftentimes combos and combinations between all of those. Cool. Well, I need to do some more cleaning, but first I'm going to take a little break, get some water and stuff like that. So I'm probably just going to wrap it up there for tonight. If you want to be entertained and educated on leopard geckos or like other cool reptile content, then you can head over to our YouTube channel, Geeky Gecko Creations. You can see I'm sweating here because we keep our room a little bit on the warmer side. But you can head over to our YouTube channel, Geeky Gecko Creations on YouTube. There's tons of content for you to binge out on there. So thank you guys. I hope you have a fun and safe Labor Day weekend. And I'll probably see you back sometime soon. I've just been really trying to catch up on posting leopard geckos to the website, which we have 60 new ones on there now, so check that out. And then once that's done, I'm just trying to catch up on cleaning and pulling eggs. Yay, got the little heart going on. Cleaning and pulling eggs so that I can do what's called show and tell live streams. Thank you so much, Heather, for that heart me. A show and tell live stream is when I do a live and I show anywhere between 3 to 5 geckos at any one period of time. And you could go onto our website, geekygeckocreations.com, and you could just shout out geckos that you want to see, like ID numbers. You could shout that out, and then I bring them live onto camera. So thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, Heather, for the heart me thing. I don't think I've had that before. You can kind of move it around. It's kind of cool. And I know I've been MIA from TikTok Live for a while, but like I said, I've just been a little busy with cleaning and care. But I'm trying to get back into it now so that I could do like our show and tell streams and stuff, and advertise the geckos on our website is very important. So love you guys. Have a safe Labor Day weekend, and I will see you soon. Until then, guys, have a geeky gecko great day. Peace.